Hey guys, welcome back. The camera still isn't working, so if I'm looking not at the camera, it's because I'm staring at my phone because the screen won't work on the GoPro. Today, we're working on my Camaro. Oh, look, the screen's working. How nice. We are putting coilovers on the Camaro. I went and picked up some QA1s from a guy out in St. Clair. He claims they are brand new. He just rolled them. He used them for rollers on his, what was going to be his drag project. And then he just parted the car out and got rid of it. So I got the coilovers. So I got the coilovers and some LCA relocations for whenever this car goes low in the rear. I want to do coilovers on all four corners because I've heard in some of the F-body groups I'm in that guys are putting 1 1/4 1.5 lowering springs on these cars and they're not handling it or riding well. So I figured let's just go ahead, and Dad's been killing me about getting not used parts, but used brand new off marketplace. So I went and picked those up, and now it's time to put them on because I'm off work and have nothing else to do. So let's get to working on the Camaro. Okay, so before I have everyone telling me that these wheels are ugly, I know they're only on here because of some issues I have to fix. I got them from a buddy and they're just rollers, and this tire goes flat because there's a rock in the bead. So I have a better set of wheels for this car. They're just currently not on it. They're good rollers, but the other two I got are off of like a 94 Camaro. And those tires are off the bead, and I assume they lose air very quickly. So I chose to put these on the front. I really haven't looked under this car. But I do know that yes, I do need a sway bar and a sway bar end link. That is clearly missing off this thing. I need to go get a light. But this is what I'm replacing here. They're very worn out, and if the car sits for a long time, it squeaks real bad. So I figured, let's do coilovers. So here we are. Let me go get a light real quick, set you guys up a little bit higher in here, and I'll get to work. So it says the camera says it's recording. There we go. Okay. We're gonna start off up here. You got, well, that's sweet. You got your 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here. On the other side, it's 2 studs and 2, I can't remember the name, star bits. So we're gonna start off with those and drop this side down. I don't think I got the right size. There we go. Uh-oh. That's not gonna work. Holy crap. Woo! Okay, let's, this is probably a horrible idea, but I'm gonna put the 1/2 inch on. Uh-oh. Ah, dang it. Well, that's probably how they would have ended up anyway, so. Well, interesting. Whoop. Thank God I didn't drop that. Okay. So, I didn't snap that bolt off, but I did snap that one off. But now my suspension is almost at full droop. I'll take down the front, take off these 2 studs the rest of the way, probably easily, because I don't want to break anything. This car's, I'm pretty sure I've already told you guys, but I do want this car to end up with full aftermarket suspension, but currently I don't have the money for that. So I'm just trying to go easily here. Oh, sweet. It's all off. So now we're gonna switch down below and take the coil, or the strut out from the bottom, and should be good. That should be better. Okay. So now we get to take the strut down, or take the 2 bottom bolts out, and then the strut will come down, and we should be good. Then we just have to make sure everything drops. I won't be happy that I'm using millimeters, but it's all I use at work, so kind of transfer using it over here. Is this a 15? I think that, okay. So this bolt is a 15. The bottom bolt's a 13. And as you can tell, I need lower control arms and upper control arms very badly. Merry Christmas to me, I get to spend more money. Woo! I need to fix the rear end though, that's what I need to do. Anyways, I should probably be using standard, but I am not. Whoop. Okay. 1/2 inch took care of that, no problem. But I am breathing in rust. Holy crap. So, a little backstory on this car. I need some pads and rotors. Maybe I should go get those rotors from that guy. Actually, my rotors aren't too bad. I just need pads very bad. Anyways, the previous owner got this car with 74,000 miles, and I'm pretty sure he daily drove this car. And I went and picked. I was lied to. I have to take this upper ball joint out. The guys that I saw doing this didn't have a Apparently they did not live in the Rust Belt, or they took really good care of their cars. Because this one is just rusted out. None of this stuff will move. Not a single part of it. Okay. So here's what I'm gonna have to do. I'm gonna have to put the camera back for a second. So I can knock this ball joint. Ah! There we go. There's a crap load of rust in here. Well, I was correct. I said a 30-minute job turned to a 2-hour job. Well, very true. Because now I get to fight getting this bolt out. And Dad ain't no help because he's out at work. No way. I see light through the dark tunnel. Holy crap. No way, I actually got it off. Jeez. Oh, well, that came out. Uh-oh. Wow. This thing's heavier than I thought it'd be. Wow, struts are not light. Holy crap. Well, I won this fight, that's for sure. Oh. Yep, this strut's junk. Broken bolt and rust. Oh well. That bolt's rusted to nothing. So it's time for passenger side QA1 coilover. Need to get rid of this junk. If anyone wants a strut that needs rebuilt, take it. You can have it with all of its rust. But now, I'm gonna take this whole setup and wire wheel it. Basically just try and clean it up a little bit before I throw it back in my car. That ball joint is ripped. It's good, it's just ripped. So, alright guys, let me take a wire brush to all this, try and get it all cleaned up, and then I'll come back to you. I'm back. I got that bolt knocked out of there. So now, all I have to do is fix this top hat. Fix the top hat, put, you know, the control arm piece on, get this up in there. I'm gonna bolt the top in, try and get the ball joint put back together, and then hopefully I can set the suspension on this side and then head to the other side and try and get the other side done. But who knows how that's gonna go. With my luck, everything will go straight downhill. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's gonna be a pain. A major pain. Don't mind the gray paint, please, because it's the only color I have. And this car will come back apart and get everything cleaned up, so don't mind the gray paint. I just want the rust to stop. But let's get back in here and try and get this coilover in. Be really happy if this thing went straight in there. My luck, I'll have to fight it, you know. But let's at least give it a try. Missed my wires. Yeah, there we go. Alright guys, sorry about that. Back to trying to put coilovers on my car. I'm gonna throw a bolt in. You know, I really think that this car is gonna be too tall after I get this put together. Just have a feeling I'm gonna have a lifted Camaro whenever I get done with these. Well, I did not hit the fender. That was the inner fender liner. If anyone's watching, you want to sponsor? I'm looking for some people that want to sponsor me and Dad's builds. Because the Camaro here needs some love. She needs brakes, you know, lower control arms, K member. I don't need a K member. I want a K member. Just all that fun stuff. Which actually I should go get my set of wheels and put my nice set of wheels on this car. So I think this side is almost done. I don't know if you guys would agree, but how am I at 92%? Anyway, so we've got to take master cylinder off and lay it off to the side so we can get to this one bolt. Hey GM, thanks. Love these cars, just not a big fan of working on them because of this exact reason. And once I find out the size, I'm gonna have to go get a shallow socket. Okay, well, let me go get a 15mm shallow so I can get that off. And then I proceed not to find the ratcheting 15mm wrench. Oh my God. So then I proceed to get this, which I'm gonna have to get a impact. Oh my Lord. GM, why? Honestly. Okay, that's coming loose now. Maybe. Story time. What started my 93 to 02 F-body addiction was a 94 white Z28 Camaro that I traded my first truck for. The LT1 was taken out of it. The transmission had been blown up and I could not sell that truck, so I decided that I was going to trade it for this Camaro. The Camaro had Trashed interior. I didn't know a single thing about the LT1 besides the crackhead that I bought it from. I'm being serious. He was like a crackhead. He had what used to be a 6.5 Blazer, now had a half put together 4.8 in it. Didn't run. But I listed the Camaro up for sale after a little while, and I had a guy message me and he said, "Hey, that was my old Camaro." I said, "How can you prove it?" He said, "I'll call you and tell you everything about that car." So he told me every single thing about that car. I said, "Wow." He said, "I can send you photos. I built that LT1. Do you still have it?" I said, "Yup." Gonna have to go get a swivel and an extension. Taking you guys with me. So he sent me all these photos of it. It had aluminum heads, like aftermarket Jegs aluminum heads, eBay headers on it, and he had a pair of very, very expensive Corvette wheels and Coney lowering springs on it. The car was beautiful from the pictures that he had. Well, the dude that I bought it from, and if he's watching this video, dude, you're a retard. Sorry. So it's what you are. So this car ended up really beautiful. I sold it to a guy that had a stupid built 6-liter laying in his garage for it. So I ended up selling it to that guy, and now that guy's building that car, like stripping the interior. Basically what needed to happen to that car. Because I bought my 2000 Z28 because I was going to part it out and use like everything on that white car. Whoops. Well, it turns out that this 2000 Camaro was too nice to part out. So we decided against parting it out. So now I'm putting QA1 coilovers on it. That's the story of how I ended up with, well, not really. So the story behind the 2000 is I was looking for a parts car for the 94 Z28. Well, me and Dad had found a couple. No, we couldn't, you know, we'd message them and then they'd mark them as sold, or they turned out to have a blown up engine, blown up transmission, which I needed. So this guy had this car in Indiana, Fruitdale, Indiana. I have no idea where that's at. You would think that I went to it, but I didn't, because where we went was a Dollar General in, he claims it was Fruitdale. I don't know. So we drove 10 hours Sunday morning because we thought, hey, let's go ahead and park this car out for my, 94 Z28. We got it home and I was just so happy with it. Dad was like, hey man, how about we don't park this car out and we get rid of that 94? I was like, done deal, dude. 87,000 miles for $4 grand. I'll keep it. You know what I'm saying? So, posted that white car up. I wasn't going to part out that white car. I would have got money from it, but I wasn't parting out that white car. I was having guys messaging on passenger fender, driver's fender, headlights, taillights. I was like, I don't want to... we didn't have the property we do right now, so I was like, I'm not parting this car out. So, guy came and bought it. He's doing the 6-liter LS. He's going to be running down here Bon Terre and Gateway. Here come this year is what he said. So that's the story behind this car and my white 94 that you guys never got to see. It is on my personal YouTube channel. Alright guys, I got these two bolts out. I had to. I I severely recommend you do not reuse these bolts. Otherwise, you will have stripped out bolts, and that's gone forever. You will have stripped out bolts just like that one. Look at that, is not good. You will have stripped out bolts there. So I do not recommend reusing those. Get, like I used on the other side, the actual bolts, get those. Those will save you a lot of time and headache. Or if you have factory ones, I'm never gonna put these back in this car. Or if you go get factory ones, sure, but I will not. I would not, will not, nothing, you know. So, basically done up here. Basically what I have going on is all down here. My light died, probably, most likely. Yeah, light's dead. Okay, well, I'll be right back with a new light. Alright, I'm back with a new battery. And hopefully this GoPro thing is fixed. So I knocked that cotter pin out up here, but it's not, you know, fully out. So I cannot see a single thing without light. There we go. So now, if we point the camera up a little bit more. Am I going the wrong way? No, I'm not. Okay. So I'm gonna get this bolt loose, like almost all the way loose, and then I'm gonna knock this ball joint out, and then that'll fix all of that crap. Hopefully. I just have to hope and pray, you know what I'm saying? That's how it works with most everything on this car. I saw a guy do a video on, I think, like, there we go. Just forget all the rust that's fallen here, please. Ah, I did it again. Ah, crap. This time it's gonna be a pain. Ah, dang it. Okay. So I'm gonna put pressure up against here. Try and knock this bolt. Ah. Alright, I'm back. I just gotta fight this bolt now. I don't really know how to get that bolt loose, but I'm trying to work on it. I know I should have just taken this nut off and then knock this ball joint loose. The guys that say this is easy, you're a bunch of liars. Because that right there is not easy. All the bolts are out and stuff. That's the only one that's, you know, here giving me trouble. So, I guess I could put some heat to it and see what it can do. A lot of you guys are going to say that was a horrible decision. Yes, I know. I just have to get this car apart. There's stuff that I have to get done here. And that didn't work anything. That didn't work at all. Oh, crap. As you can tell, this car likes to fight me quite a bit. You know what I'm saying? So, Okay, well, let me get this. Let me try and get this bolt out, and then I'll catch you guys in a couple minutes. All right, guys, I'm here working on the Camaro coilover video, and the video was made on 12/27 of 23. It's currently 1/1/2024. About to be 1/2 of 2024. So I ended up getting it all done. I did adjust the coilovers. I put my nice wheels on it. I did all that. I ran out of time. Forgot to record. You know, blah blah blah. I still got more work to do to it. But this is all I got right now. I'll throw a picture up of how it ended. I got 2 pictures I'll throw up on before I raised it and after I raised it. So we'll catch you guys in the next video.